Hello, divine people, and welcome back to another edition of Get Fierce Fridays. So today I am going to show you how I get my eyebrows on point, how I get my eyebrows looking just right. First, I'm going to show you the products I'm going to use. I am going to be using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Pomade. So these are, I will have the link for both items in my description, and there's so many ways these days to do your eyebrows. So I mean, I am not going to say that there is a right way and a wrong way, or a right way or a wrong way. There's just so many ways. It's your preference how you like to do your eyebrows. Do you like to do them thick? Do you like to do them thin? How do you want the opacity to be on them? Do you want them kind of a gradient look where it's a little faded here and then it gets darker? I mean, it is your choice. It's up to you, however you feel best when you do your eyebrows. I am just going to show you kind of my routine and how I get my eyebrows looking, how I like them and feel most comfortable in. So, without further ado, I want to show you how I went from this to this. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pomade in the color Ebony. When you have a pomade for a long time, it can very easily get dried out. And so what I like to do, especially if I've had it for over a month or whatnot and it has kind of dried out, what I like to do is I kind of take it on my brush and I will swatch it on my hand, on the back of my hand, and my skin just warms up that pomade, so it is really easy to work with. It's not stiff, it just blends very well, and that's kind of why you see me doing that on my hand there. I typically like to start in the middle of my brow, close to my arch and on the bottom. And I do this because I do not like to start on the side, toward the inside of my eye, because it comes off really dark when you first have the product on the brush. And so that's why I just kind of start from the middle and I work my way outward. And then when there is barely any product left, I will go towards the inside more and more, kind of inch there more and more. So I typically do it on the bottom and then on the top, and then I just take the other side of the brush there where the spoolie is and I blend it all out. I like to have a nice sharp point on the end of my brows. And then of course I do the exact same application process on the other eyebrow. I don't know, but I bet you all of us have a well-behaved eyebrow and a troublesome eyebrow. And the brow that you see me doing now is certainly my troublesome eyebrow. I just have a lot of, it takes a lot more time to actually get the eyebrow looking how I want it to look and very close to the other side. As we all know, eyebrows are sisters, but they're not twins. You don't have to press really hard with the spoolie. You just want to take a light hand to it and kind of just even out the pomade that you have on your eyebrows there. You kind of blend it out, you even it out, and it will render the best results when you do it that way. And it's important to start off with as least product as possible, because you don't want to go in and make it completely way too dark. Again, eyebrows is something that you can build on, so if you don't have it as dark as you'd like it, especially after you've blended it out with the spoolie, it's okay. You just go right back in and repeat the process. So now what you see me doing is I am taking the Benefit my pencil brow, and this is number 5, and I am kind of just going over what I have done with the pomade. However, I am making more defined lines with this fine pencil that I'm using here. So I kind of define the lines a little bit more, and then I try to do shorter strokes so that it looks natural. It's just really helpful. Like, you don't have to use a brow pencil and pomade. This is completely on your preference. This is just what I like to do. I use them both. The absolute best part of doing the eyebrows is absolutely using a concealer, because what this does is it is going to sharpen your brows. It is going to make them look so nice and sharp and crisp, and it really brings out your brows when you use concealer. Now, people do it all different ways. I actually like to do the thinnest line possible on the outside of my eyebrows and getting my shape. Another awesome thing about the concealer is any mistakes that you have made with the pomade or with a pencil, whichever you're using, you can definitely basically correct and erase the mistakes. That is another great reason to use the concealer after you've done that. And you know, it works like magic. It really does. It's like an eraser to a pencil. And so you just go and you create that shape, or you enhance the shape that you've created, and it will turn out just awesomely. Awesomely. Is that a word? Awesomely? I don't know. So I take the concealer on the bottom and on the top. Again, this is your preference. Some people just like to do it on the bottom. I like to do it on the top and the bottom portion of my brows. Another good thing about the concealer is it really helps you get the point on the end. And this is what is going to make your eyebrows be on fleek and on point. Is that nice crisp point at the end of your brows. And I know that eyebrows can be really intimidating to do, especially if you're somebody who doesn't do it a lot or has never done it at all. It can really be intimidating, but you guys, just like anything, it just takes practice and you will get it down. The main part about using concealers for your brows is the brush. You just want to make sure you're using the right brush. It should be nice and thin, nice and firm, and pointed. And it can be an angle or it can be flat, like how I have it, the square. And that's mainly the one thing you want to look for in your brush when you're doing the concealer. So then the great news about concealer, I can't stop talking about how awesome the concealer is on your brows, because what you can do is you can drag down the excess when you place the concealer around your brows. You just kind of drag it down to your eyelid and bam, you have your primer. And then with the top portion of the concealer, all you need to do is take that same brush and just blend it in. You can do that with a brush, you can do that with a beauty sponge, just something that you use that you kind of blend that concealer into your skin with. And as if you needed another reason to use the concealer for your brows, what it also does is it really brightens up your eyes, especially like your eyebrow bone up there. It really brightens them. It lifts it up when you have concealer over there around your brows. Finally, after I've done the concealer, after I have kind of perfected the shape, and I want to see what it is looking like close up, I just take any mirror and I take a look at it, and I just really focus on, you know, is it even? Are the lengths even? Are the widths even? And I just make sure it's nice, even pointed, and exactly how I love it. And that's the end result. Like, that's it. It is so awesome. I know you guys can do this. You just need to practice. So I really hope that you got something out of this today. And if you did, give me a big like. Okay, bye.